Okay, hopefully now you have your 4 shapes and they're all 4 formatted. They all have text representing what that shape is. At this point, you're going to connect. So to connect and actually make this mind map, let me zoom out. I can zoom to page width here. Once you do that, and again, I only formatted the 1 shape, what you're going to do is take your mouse and make your lines come from the focal point, which is your picture, to those 4 shapes. So we're going to start here. See, when I put my mouse on the edge of that graphic, I get the crosshair. When you get the crosshair, just click and drag, and that's going to draw the arrow to that particular shape. So with the arrow drawn, you get the default arrow black, the default arrowhead on it, but you can change it. So if you take your mouse and click on the arrow, you're going to get all of these properties that go with that particular line. So if you wanted to make the arrow thicker, you could choose a higher number. If you wanted the color changed, again, you could change the color. If you wanted a different line, you could change the line. If I really think I like the solid line better, you can change what the arrow, what the line shape is with these buttons. If I click on it, I get the bent or the straight or the curved, either way. You can go over here. Notice the arrow only has an arrowhead at the one end pointing to where it's going. You can also change and add an arrowhead at the end. So once you make your choice, I think that's covered up and you can't see. But you can work with those. Yeah, that might be changing a little bit. And add those. None. That's changing the first one. Let me click on that arrow again. Or maybe with this one I don't get that option to change. Here it is. This is the other end of the arrow. I was looking at the wrong property. So if I added this one, that's going to give me an arrow here and an arrow there as well. So you can decide whether you want one arrow, no arrows, maybe you just want lines. So you're going to add those lines to each of your 4 shapes, format those lines, and they'll pull out from your picture. And you've got those added. And then each line that you draw needs to have text on it. So to get the text on the line, you just pick a spot, double click, and it will give you the word text. This one is going to interest. So you'll type interest. You'll go over here, double click on this line. This one is going to family. You'll go to the next line, double click. This one is going to career. And then finally, you'll double click on this line, and this one is going to education. So those are how you create lines, how you add text to the lines, and once you get the text added, you can double click it just like you could this text or your title text, and you can change the font, the size, etc. You have to watch though, really on the lines it needs to be relatively small. This has defaulted to 8 point. It may even be alright to go down to 6, maybe at the minimum, and you can change the color, you can bold it, whatever you want to do. So it formats just the same as any other regular text would. So now you need to take a minute, add the lines to all 4 of your main sections, and then what you're going to do is go ahead and decide what 3 points you want from your family. If you want 4 points, add 4, the minimum's 3. what 3 points you're going to put under interests, and then decide what 3 points you're going to put under education and what 3 points you're going to put under your career choice. So you'll upload the graphics to use for those, and then be thinking about what you want to add.